Homeless woman becomes millionaire in 24 hours. Fearless comeback.
It was 6:03 a.m. when the first drops of rain splattered on the broken sidewalk of downtown Los Angeles. Maya Reese sat curled under a tattered gray blanket beside a row of trash bins behind a coffee shop. Her hair was soaked, her hands trembling from the cold. In her world, luxury was a cup of lukewarm coffee left unfinished by a stranger got once. Maya had dreamed of being a fashion designer. Her mother used to sew dresses in their small Texas home, and Maya had spent hours sketching gowns, imagining runway shows with her name in lights. But dreams don't pay the rent. After her mother passed away and medical bills piled up, Maya lost everything. She drifted from shelter to shelter, then finally to the streets. This morning, she sat staring at the puddles, wondering if life would ever offer her a second chance. That's when she saw the flyer dot. It was blowing down the sidewalk like a tiny miracle. She caught it as it floated toward her, a brightly colored sheet reading, 24-Hour Millionaire Challenge. One day, one task, one life-changing opportunity. Sponsored by Monarch Capital. Register in person today. Only 9 a.m. Beacon Tower, 34th floor. Maya laughed. Yeah, right, she muttered, balling it up. Another scam. But something in her chest twitched. What if it wasn't? She looked at the puddle again, then at her torn jeans and mud-splattered sneakers, then back at the flyer. She stood. The elevator to Destiny Beacon Tower loomed like a monument to power. Glass and steel sparkled like a diamond stabbing the sky. Maya's reflection stared back at her in the entrance door's soaked hoodie, dark under-eye circles, and a chipped smile. The lobby guard looked up sharply when she walked in. Can I help you? He asked, eyes narrowing. I'm here for the Millionaire Challenge. The flyer, she said, holding it up with shaking hands. He frowned, picked up his phone, muttered something, then nodded. 34th floor. Good luck, he said as she entered the elevator. People in suits stared. Some whispered. Maya stood still, her heart pounding so hard it echoed in her ears. The ride felt endless. When the doors finally opened, she stepped into a sleek conference room with a long white table. At the head of the room sat a man in a navy suit, slicked-back salt and pepper hair, and a cold stare. Name? He asked. Maya Reese. He scribbled it down. You're the last one. Take a seat. Maya glanced around. A few dozen others sat in chairs, most of them looking anxious, some laughing nervously. A large screen turned on. A deep voice spoke, greater than... Welcome to the 24-Hour Millionaire Challenge. You have one task. Take this $100 bill. In 24 hours, return here and show us how much you turned it into. No cheating, no stealing, no begging. You're being watched. The one who multiplies it the most becomes a millionaire. Simple as that. Good luck. Gasps echoed in the room. Maya stared at the crisp $100 handed to her like it was a ticking bomb. At first, she stood outside the tower, clutching the bill like it might dissolve. Others dashed away in cabs or on phones calling friends. Maya had no phone, no contacts, no plan, but she had experience. She wandered for 30 minutes, watching street vendors, coffee stands, food trucks. People bought and sold in a rhythm she knew well. Then it hit her. She ran to a dollar store 3 blocks away and bought $30 worth of cleaning supplies, wipes, gloves, spray bottles, and small towels. She still had $70. Then she went door to door in an upscale neighborhood nearby. Her pitch was simple. Hi, I'm Maya. I'm cleaning car interiors today for $20. Fast, neat, and supporting myself through hard work. Can I clean yours? Most said no, but one woman, driving a white Lexus, paused. You don't look like a cleaner. she said. I'm not. I'm someone who needs a chance. The woman smiled. All right, impress me. 15 minutes later, Maya had her first $20 bill, then another, and another. Word spread. By 3 p.m., she had $180. By 6 p.m., $320. But she wasn't done. As the sun began to dip behind the skyline, Maya counted her money. $420. She used $100 to buy a batch of bottled water and chocolate bars from a wholesale store. Then, dragging a borrowed crate, she walked toward the downtown club's dock by 8 p.m. Crowds lined the streets. She sold water for $2 a bottle, chocolate for $3. Her voice rang out clear and friendly. Stay hydrated, stay sweet. Support small hustle, not big business, people responded. Some tipped her. One man gave her $50 for a single bar. By midnight. She'd made $860 total. She slept for 2 hours on a bench under an awning, arms around her backpack. At 6 a.m., she was up again. She cleaned 3 more cars for early commuters. One woman worked in tech and asked why Maya was doing this. Maya told her everything honestly, simply, bravely. The woman's eyes watered. She handed Maya a $100 tip and her business card. Call me after this, whatever happens. I want to help you. By 8:30 a.m., Maya had $1,450 in her bag. She returned to Beacon Tower early, exhausted but glowing. The final reveal contestants filled the room again. Many had made $200, $500. A few boasted over $1,000. Maya sat quietly at the end of the table. The man in the navy suit entered again. Let's begin. One by one, contestants reported their earnings. $310, $670, $1,220. When it was Maya's turn, she stood. $1,450, she said, her voice steady. Murmurs filled the room. The man raised an eyebrow. Tell us how, she explained. Everything from the car cleaning to the snack stand, and even her decision not to cut corners. When she finished, the room was silent. The man smiled for the first time. Congratulations, Ms. Reese. You are the winner of the 24-hour millionaire challenge. Applause erupted. Tears welled in Maya's eyes. A limo took her to a penthouse. A legal team helped her set up accounts, trusts, and business documents. Within 12 hours, she had $1 million deposited into her name, tax-paid, debt-free. But Maya didn't just stop there. She took that money and opened Second Shot Services, a startup hiring the homeless for pop-up work around the city. Cleaning, vending, marketing. She taught others what she had done. She hired 10 people in her first week. 30 by the end of the month. The woman who gave her the business card? She became Maya's mentor and investor. 3 months later, Maya sat in a television studio, fresh in a white power suit, hair in soft curls, with flawless makeup. A reporter leaned forward. You went from homeless to millionaire in one day. What does that feel like? Maya smiled. Not just with her lips, but with her whole soul. It feels like proof. Proof that no matter how far you fall, with grit, honesty, and one chance, you can rise higher than ever before. It's not about the money. It's about the moment you choose not to quit. Epilogue. The flyer. A young man named Andre walked the same cracked sidewalk Maya once did. He hadn't eaten in 2 days. Life had worn him down. A gust of wind blew something against his shoe. He bent down and picked it up. It was an old, weathered flyer, laminated and pinned to a lamp post by someone who believed in second chances. 24-hour millionaire challenge. One task, one day, one life. Sponsored by Second Shot Foundation. Apply now. He looked up, the sun rising behind the Beacon Tower, and he started walking, Subscribe.